誤算だったな。
なーに、地球のゴミどもを大掃除するぐらい、僕ならあっという間にやってみせるさ。
そうじゃない。僕が言ったお前の誤算とは。スーパーサイヤ人は孫悟空さん一人じゃない。ここにもいたということだ。
何
What a miscalculation Frieza made indeed. This beast right here, the second Super Saiyan. Woo! Okay, so I am still incredibly hyped after that stream a couple days ago. I pulled 3 of this man, LR Trunks. So it's good. I've got 2 dupe paths open up, so I was able to give him the 20 additional that he's got right here. That definitely is the way to go with this Trunks. Now, one thing I do want to point out, so I gave him 3 crit. I actually don't have enough orbs to actually get him that last spot. Now, it's weird. I don't know where all my physical orbs went, but I don't have enough. Now, I just don't see the value in giving him dodge, because when Trunks gets his super attack off, he's going to be tanking any normal attacks anyway. So dodge will proc low enough, like at a low enough rate that it's not really going to do very much good for you. Crit. This crit does not stack with his passive. It's like a second, like a different trigger from his passive. So in all honesty, I don't think that crit is really going to help that much. Trunks, when he gets all the way to his LR form, does have that true 50% chance of critting, which is the same as Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's chance to super attack counter, which does activate quite often in my experience. So I would say this Trunks is going to be dealing out crazy immeasurable amount of damage. So let's go ahead and Dokkan Awaken this guy into his TUR form using the Super Saiyan Trunks medals from the Hero Extermination event. And we get this right here. Woo! This is a direct manga panel right here is what this is. So sexy right here. Honestly, this is probably my second favorite card art in the game, behind only LR Goku Black and Zamasu. This is really, really gorgeous right here. One thing I do want to mention too, real quick, I'm going to get this guy up to max level, and then we'll go ahead and Dokkan Awaken him into his LR form, is that raising this guy's super attack is a fucking joke. Now, he is farmable with the Strength Trunks event, which is this one right here. You could farm him up into that Trunks pretty easily. But the problem is, you get so many SR Trunkses on this banner. I pulled over 60 Trunkses the other day in that stream when going through all of this banner. Over 60. So getting him to super attack 10 is literally nothing. The percentages don't even matter. You end up with so many, unless you're super lucky and get him like first multi or first single or whatever. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get this guy up to max level, and we'll Dokkan him to LR. Alright, so we have Trunks at level 120. Now it is time to get this man to his LR status right here. Woo! Now, a lot of people said, I don't understand, why is Trunks so easy to awaken? The reason is because the hard part is pulling this man. It is incredibly difficult to pull him. I may have gotten lucky, sure, but that doesn't change the fact that I could drop another 2,000 stones today and not pull another copy of this guy. It's all luck. The hard part is pulling him. So, you know, Majin Vegeta, LR Goku Black, Trunks are all very easy to Dokkan Awaken. Obviously, LR Broly and LR Gohan, they are relatively difficult to Dokkan Awaken, especially LR Gohan. But Trunksu, it's not that big a deal.
サイヤ人か。
This is a motherfucking Super Saiyan right here. I don't care. This card art is awesome. Trunks' nose may be a tad fucked up, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of like Majin Vegeta's face on his LR art. Just a little wonky, but it's all good. It's all good. So real quick, let's go ahead and go over what exactly this Trunks is capable of doing, why he's so good. Then we will hop into the Omega Shenron event and we will test out how well this Trunks is in probably the hardest boss event currently. Or I guess either that or Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. They're very similar. Alright, so what we have here, this is Super Saiyan of the Future, Super Saiyan Trunks Teen. Now real quick, the fact that his name is Super Saiyan Trunks Teen means you can actually get the father-son Gallic Gun Trunks on this squad as well, because he's Super Saiyan Trunks Future. That Trunks is actually a pretty good support unit, but there are a couple better options, but he is a viable one if you want, because they both do share rebirth, which is a factor. So of course, his leader skill is physical ki +3 and HP attack and defense 90%, which of course is very good. Now, most people, you're probably going to want to run this guy as your leader, because obviously, like, you'd want to get physical Omega Shenron on this team. You'd want to get the physical cooler on this team. I actually do not have either of those units on JP. I do have Omega on Global, but I don't have them here on JP. So I'm just going to be running Gotenks as our leader, and we'll bring a friend Super Saiyan 3, or Super Saiyan 3 Trunks. Eventually, we'll get to that point. But we're going to bring a friend LR Trunks, similar to my setup for so long with LR Goku Black, where I had the Super Saiyan 3 Broly lead and then a friend Goku Black, because these LRs are just so powerful. You want to have two in the fight. It's better to have another LR than that extra 30%. Let's go ahead and go over what he does. So he does the burning attack at 12 ki. It is a brand new animation, colossal damage, and raises defense by 30% for 3 turns. Now, that raises defense by 30% is a huge factor, especially with this Trunks. This LR Trunks actually has the highest stats in the game. Like, all the different stats pulled together, his are top billing in the entire game. So, when you give him that 30% buff to his defense, I mean, his defense is already a fucking 10,000 without leader skills factored in. Like, he's just not going to take damage unless he's hit by a super. Another reason why I think dodge is really not necessary. Now, his 18 ki super does mega colossal damage, and again, raises defense by 30% for 3 turns. So that is really good for Trunks, that he's able to get the defense 30% off of both supers. So all he has to do is super, and he will take nothing. He probably won't take any damage from normal attacks even before he supers. After he supers, he'll be taking significantly less, even from enemy super attacks. Now his passive, this is where it gets really good. Attack 120%, and high chance for an attack to become critical. That is a 50% chance to crit, which is godly. Now, the way crits and additionals work is, okay, so we have 20 additional attack, right? The percent chance of Trunks getting the additional is actually times by 2. So Trunks has a 40% chance of doing an additional attack. It works the same with crit, where it's times by 2. So from the dupe system, he'll have a 6% chance to get a crit. Dodge, the reason dodge is not as good is because dodge does not have a double percent chance of doing it. Like, if you have you have 3 in dodge, you have a 3% chance to dodge. You have 20 in dodge, it's a 20% chance to dodge. So that's another reason why crit and additionals are, I would say, better. But dodge can be clutch on the right units. Trunks is just not one. Now, this is also the other reason why I don't think this crit is really necessary on this Trunks at all, is because he's going to be critting like crazy from his passive. No unit in the game will be able to crit more often than this Trunks. It's just, he just has a higher percent chance. Looking at his links, he does have Royal Lineage, Cold Judgment, Super Saiyan, Shocking Speed, Prepared for Battle, Legendary Power, and Shattering the Limits. So, of course, he was shafted slightly with the Shattering the Limits. Now, when I say shafted slightly, I mean he's already, you know, probably the 3rd best unit in the game, maybe the 4th or 5th, something like that. He's in that realm. He could be even better with Fierce Battle. He would output more damage, but I don't want to say he doesn't need it, but him having Shattering Limit is a far cry from one of these other TURs having Shattering Limit, which really hurts them. Trunks, even way down the line, is probably still going to be incredibly good with that high chance to crit, because that kind of will be a little similar to Gogeta. How, like, Gogeta, you can always kind of slide him into one of your teams, you know, even the Strength Gogeta, because he'll always be able to damage the enemy super effectively. He won't be able to ignore their defense, but he will be able to get that damage off, which is so important. Alright, so we may have trouble finding an LR Trunks friend. There was one here a little while ago, so let's see if it's still here. If not, we'll go ahead and cut, because I do want to show this team off with double LR Future Trunks. I think that is the best way to kind of showcase the unit and how powerful he can be. Bandai, please! Oh, ho, ho, ho! Took us quite a while to find a friend LR Trunks. Your boy was doing quests all day. I had time to do a stone for stamina. Eventually, I just started jumping in the boss rush, and because boss rush costs 0 stamina, you could bring like a friend and then immediately quit, and then it'll like basically create a new friends list for you. So I had to resort to that a couple times. I sent out a tweet on Twitter. We'll see though. For now, I did find an LR Trunks. SA10, level 128, that is fine. 5 crit. So obviously not as BC as mine. We're only at super attack 11 though. So gonna have to wait a little bit till we can get that super attack 20. Now as far as the team goes, right? We have the Kid Trunks down there, because he is a good linking partner with LR Trunks. I may, I don't know, toy around with cycling him out. Did I mention it before about the Whis? The Whis and Beerus fusion? I don't think I did mention it before, but he actually, also by the way, I don't want to X out of Boss Rush, because the second I X out and go back to the Omega Shenron event, which I actually wanted to do this in, I know I'm not going to be able to find that Trunks. So we're just going to hop into Boss Rush. We're probably not going to finish it, because like I don't want the video to be too long, but we'll maybe go through like Cooler, Goku, and Vegeta, and then I'll probably stop at that point. Okay, so this is not a bad rotation right off the bat. So we've got mine. I kind of want... Actually, you know what? This will work perfect. I was going to say, we're going to have the Gotenks showing up. I want to keep 2 rotations. I want Trunks and Gotenks, and then we'll have a second rotation of Trunks and Trunks. So that'll be pretty cool. Again, I do prefer almost all the time to have like this full squad of basically supports. I like having like 3 hard hitters and then several support units, really just giving everyone key, buffing everyone's attack and defense. The other thing too, yeah, there's the Trunks burning attack animation. No crit right off the bat, but we got the additional first super. He'll crit this time. Oh, oh no. Oh no, okay. So, needless to say, that's a pretty good start. Your boy does like that. Okay, so this is a perfect test. So, Trunks, of course, you know, we went over it, but he gets 30% buff to his defense on Super. So, we're actually going to get a good look. So, right now, he's sitting at almost 30k defense. Look at ours. Look at our LR Trunks after that Super attack. He's sitting at 53,000 defense. So even from Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he's not going to take jack shit. Now, let's see if, hopefully, the Great Ape, he just does a normal attack in that first slot. And we can see the difference in damage before and after LR Trunks does his Super attack. Now, one thing I do, of course, want to remind everyone that LR Trunks has basically, like, the best stats in the game. So that 30% buff is just so... Okay, 22,000. But here's what I want to see. What is it going to do after... Oh, that super is so sexy. And we got the crit. 12. Okay, 12. Pretty good, pretty good. I want to immediately check... I want to compare my LR Trunks' defense, and I want to compare it to our friend LR Trunks' defense real quick now. Okay, so... No, not there. So ours is at 53,000. The friend down there at 38,000. Wow, just already. What is the friend's dupes? Okay, it's like 800 there. See, I'm only at like 1,400 or whatever. But just, you can see how just those small buffs in the potential system really make your stats just absolutely jump out of control. This Trunks. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get an 18-key super here. And of course, the other thing to remember is that whenever Trunks gets his additional, I am actually going to heal. Yeah, we'll heal. Whenever Trunks gets his additional, it will not be his 18-key super. When units like Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, the LRs, they always get their lowest super attack level on the additional. That's one reason why I always prefer crits on a lot of other units. Oh, 35! Okay, listen, Son Goku, you know, you're not going to be able to just ration your power like that. That's it's not how this is going to work, Goku. You're going to need to actually come correct right now, my man. Okay, this will be a beautiful test right here. How well will our boy Trunksu be able to block against Super Saiyan 4 Goku? Also, notice how relatively easy it's been with this team to actually get that 18-key super. Has not really been that difficult at this point. You know what? I am going to use... I'm going to drop a Ghost Usher right here. I want to test out our future Trunks' defense against Super Saiyan 4 Goku, because our Trunks, of course, has the higher stats. You know, he's got the additional and all that. We'll save these purples right here for him, and hopefully he can get that 18-key super. And of course, on both of his super attack animations, his defense does go up that... Ooh, we got the crit! The crits are flowing heavy and non-stop. Now, when he raises his defense, it does last for 3 turns, so you are pretty easily able to stack it. Alright, so let's take a look here. Defense sitting at 43,000. So I don't know if that's enough damage. Like, if Super Saiyan 4 Goku will actually be able to damage us. Ooh, look at that. We're going to be able to get the 11-key super. That is dope. We shouldn't need to do any defensive items or anything like that. Super Saiyan 4 Goku actually is a unit that can be sealed. I'm not too worried if he supers Trunks, because again, after the super attack, Super Saiyan 4 Goku's not even going to be able to hurt him. And then, oh, the additional, yes. Oh, look at these, just crits every single time. Even against Super Saiyan 4 Goku, one of the strongest strength bosses in the game, not really taking much damage. Fantastic, fantastic. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this Trunks so far. And then even, like, if you're in one of these bosses and you're going up against a, you know, strength type phase, you know, for example, like if we fought Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, we'd have to fight that Super Saiyan 4 Goku who's strength in that event. And because of the fact that Trunks just gets these supers off, or not these supers, but these crits off every single time, it just does not matter. We'll go ahead and drop another Senzu right here. I don't really care, like, how, like, bad or good I do here. It's all just about, like, kind of showcasing what the unit is capable of doing. It was important, I felt, to have the double LR Trunks, too. I could have brought in a friend Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, which would have been cool. Okay, so no crit there. Which would have been cool because we would have seen our LR Trunks under a, whatchamacallit, under, 240% rather than the 210% that we're sitting on right now. Okay, but yeah, we can see, Physical as a team does not have a lot of defense. So, like, when Goku is spreading his damage out to everyone like this, like, we're not able to have Trunks just soak it all in. Like, if Goku was just attacking one spot, Trunks would easily be able to handle that. But a lot of these other units, you know, units like Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks or these supports, they're not really able to efficiently block. So this does show me that it is, like, without a shadow of a doubt, better to run LR Trunks as a lead and then toss in Cooler and Omega, because Cooler and Omega, they're the ones who are able to really, like, shine defensively. And I think they are kind of like they're like a golden sort of contrast to this Trunks, right? Like, they can handle all of your defense, and then, well, they'll also be able to output tremendous damage. But then you could rely on the Trunks to absolutely just body the enemies there. We're also getting relatively bad key placement, I would say. I really want to pull that Beerus and Whis fusion, because he's able to change agility and tech orbs to physical, 2 different type of orbs. So with him floating around, it should be pretty easy to get 18 key supers off with Trunks all the time. Yeah, look at that. 1.4, that was our friend right there too. Like, even against some of these really tough enemies, if our Trunks is, like, starting to get these additionals off, like these additional crits, like, shit is just gonna get absolutely out of hand. Yeah, that's the only problem, is with a bunch of supports on the squad, not really gonna be getting the 11 key super with Gotenks. I do like how they actually gave him a brand new burning attack animation too. That was nice. No crit there. So what are we? Oh, no damage dealt, of course. What are we at with the crits? It's probably about 50% right now that we've actually gotten the crits. And yeah, like, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and LR Trunks are going to be a powerful duo. No doubts there. Okay, perfect. So now we're going to go up against another strength unit. I do like that. It is the friend LR Trunks. Now, hopefully, Vegeta doesn't super right here at the start, because Trunks will be able to mitigate most of his damage afterwards. Let me do... Man, the key is just devastating right now. F boss rush right now. Nothing. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, these LRs. That mechanic that they've been giving to some of these LRs lately, they gave it to LR Goku Black. They gave it to LR Satan, you know, LR Hercule / Satan. These LRs raising their defense on Super just makes it so that they take no damage whatsoever, because their stats are already so ridiculously high that once you just put buffs on top of that, not only are they dealing out absolutely insane, disgusting levels of damage, but they are also able to completely tank most attacks as well. Let me do this, which will give us an 11 key super. And then our Trunksu, I would imagine, will get his crit here. And then just absolutely beautiful key placement today. Man, I almost want to redo this video, since all these this key placement sucks, bro. Hook me up, Bandai. Alright, so no super right there. Good. I actually would like to see our LR Trunks be the one to receive a super, if possible, to see how much. No crit again. Okay, but we got the additional, and then there is the crit. That's the only thing with relying on, like, additionals. Like, the Trunks does have his passive crits anyway, but, like, the reason why a lot of units, you know, maybe it's a unit like Super Vegito, a unit like Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, why I prefer crits over additionals is because if you get that proc and you get that crit, like, boom, you got the crit, you ignore defense, you're doing, you know, super effective damage, all of that. But with additionals, if you get the proc, you're still not guaranteed to get that additional super. Now, LRs, you know, they do so much damage. You know, we see that the Trunks is doing damn near, you know, 300k with a normal crit anyway, like just a normal attack crit. But still, it, you know, the double super is what you want to get, even though it's really hard. All right, so let's see how much damage we'll take from the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. 80,000, that is a kind of a high number there. That's actually a bit of a pain in the ass. Hopefully our Trunks does get the crit off right here. If he does get the crits, I could see us regenning most of our health back. I figure we'll probably go ahead and finish up against our boy Cooler. And then once we beat Cooler, I'll go ahead and end the video off. At that point, Cooler should be a good fight too. Okay, almost 2 million right there. That's not bad. And that was the friend one as well, right? After we finish off with Cooler, who should be a good test, since Cooler actually... Let me do this. Yeah, since Cooler actually doesn't have... You know what? Actually, we have been going on for quite a while now, I think. Maybe I will end it after we finish off Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Nah, we'll keep going. Fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. We're gonna keep going. I'm actually gonna use a Ghost Usher right here. Yeah, because I want to move on to Cooler, and I want to see, like, how effective we'll be against him and all of his minions. Because, like, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta does have a barrier, too. Like, I want to see how much damage Trunks will be outputting against, like, some of Cooler's minions. That would be pretty cool. And, oh, I just love these super attack animations so much. Because I'd say that's probably the one detriment to, like, LR Goku Black. You know, the one LR I've had for months is the first super attack, the 12-key super, is, like, so awesome to look at. Absolutely, I love it. Where, you know, they combo their key and it does the big blast. But the 18-key super for LR Goku Black, I would say, is actually relatively lackluster. I would have preferred it, you know, to be a little more fancy. It's just literally Zamasu and Goku Black just doing their blade attacks. It's like, bro, come on now. No crit again. So, yeah, it is... Wow, oh, okay. But notice that defense. It's a defense potential of the LRs. And then Kid Trunks, of course, takes that 30,000. Yo. One day, like, you're going to be able to use, like, a bunch of LRs on one team. Or the first, like, category leader that allows you to have an LR on it is going to be absolutely just fucking busted. No doubt about it. And yeah, I am noticing I'm not getting the 18-key super as easily as I'd like. So I'm definitely going to probably do a summoning video, and I'm going to take a run at Weirus, or Weirus? I think it's Weirus is how you do it. Alright, so we got the crit there. You know what? We'll go ahead and finish it off right there. We did... Actually, you know what? Fucking no. We're going to keep going. We'll keep going. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Let's jump in. Let's jump in. We'll go up against Salza and the Cooler Armored Squadron and see how Trunks fares against them. We'll do a couple rounds of this before we finish up. Alright, so we'll do that. Let me hit you. One thing I will need to work on is, besides Trunks himself, like, you know, my Trunks is sitting on that SA-11, and my Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is sitting on that SA-10. But, like, you know, other units, like, if I'm going to be running this Kid Trunks, you know, I'd want to get his super attack raised, you know, different things like that. We'll see, though, we'll see, because obviously I have so many units I have to use Elder Kais on now, like LR Gohan, for example, that I don't really... Ooh! Oh, okay. That was a lot of damage LR Trunks just did. That was an SA-10 LR Trunks that just did that. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. We are going to do this. We're going to finish this boy off with this damage from LR Trunks, and then we're going to go ahead and finish it there. I will revisit this. We will be doing another showcase of this LR Trunks, in which he will be SA-20, and with way more of the dupe system opened up in maybe a week or two, and we'll see how ridiculous this man can really be with crits, additionals. Not quite Vegito Blue with, like, you know, crits, additionals flying everywhere, but at 40 additional and basically 50 crit, like, once you start getting this man rolling in the long run, that's where you'll really see how absolutely jaw-droppingly impressive he can be. Is, like, going through, like, a long event, because eventually, like, the numbers are going to come to your side. Like, you're going to get all these crits, all these additionals. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll let Trunks take nothing here and go ahead and maybe finish Cooler Sama off. And I will see you guys later on. Peace!